have been asked by several of my subscribers about the question, Maria, is microblading or tattooing is best for permanent makeup? And I know a little bit about that subject, but I've decided to get a professional guest speaker to answer those questions for you. So, in the next 3 episodes, your questions will be answered. And look for the next 3 episodes. Hey, Mr. Blue. Enjoy. Hi, Bruna.
Hi, Maria. Nice to see you again.
Welcome. I have a lot of questions to ask you, and the subject, you are a professional at this, is permanent makeup. And there's so much information in this specific industry that I think I would like to do a 2 or 3 part session. Are you okay with that?
Absolutely. Ask away.
Great. Your background, you have been an esthetician, a beauty therapist, electrologist, you've been a body therapist, you have done manicure, pedicure, makeup, on and on. But you focus in a specialty called permanent makeup. And I wanted to know from you, why have you, like, out of all these services, why that specific one?
So I chose to do just permanent makeup about 20 years ago. You're right. I enjoyed all the services for my clients, for sure. Permanent makeup was the one service that I could give my client that had a little bit more longevity. I could make a difference for them and it would last longer than just a couple of weeks, couple of months. That was intriguing to me. I wanted to do that. I always enjoyed makeup in general. I always loved making women beautiful, and men too. Men too. I do lots of gentlemen as well. And because of that longevity, I don't see my clients on a regular basis. I see them every several years. And therefore, I could really schedule my time around my family, around my children.
Yeah.
At the time that they were growing, teenagers probably needed me the most. And so this service, this part of my industry really allowed flexibility in my schedule. And I'm eternally grateful for that.
Yeah, and I'm sure that it's very gratifying because you have sent me several pictures, which I will upload, the before and after. And by looking at this work, I can see that just like from no eyebrows or crooked eyebrows, you're like giving a beautiful frame or coloring to your clients.
Well, I really try and focus on that. And I remember early in my career, I thought, gee, my work is really superficial. But then I had a client say to me, no, do you know how great it is when I have a conversation with somebody? I'm in the moment because I'm not focusing whether my eyebrow is still on or not. So yes, it has become very gratifying to be able to offer a service that changes people.
Microblading, tattooing, whatever you want to call it, it's been growing immensely, like a hairdresser, nail technicians, estheticians, no, the person that doesn't have any beauty training are doing this service. So what?
That's right. So microblading has been a big boom in the last decade. And the reason for that, and this is not the first time, it's happened before in the past, is because anybody can do tattooing, microblading.
Yeah.
There's no real training requirement because in my country, in my province, in Canada, it is part of the tattoo industry, as it's in most of the states. Other countries, I'm not sure, but in North America, it is part of the tattoo industry. That means that aside from your health requirements, anybody can do this. So if you wanted to become a tattoo artist, what would you do? You would go find your favorite tattoo artist. You would apprentice under them, work for them, making coffee, cleaning the bathroom, and you would learn by watching. And
Yeah.
eventually you would do a little tattoo and maybe you'll work on your family and friends and you develop the skill gradually. Permanent makeup, tattooing falls under the same requirement. So we have workshops, 4 to 6 day workshops, and that's it. We can do the work. So you're looking at people with a variety of skills.
Yes.
Some people are great drawers, some people are not. but there's no real school or training requirement to do this, which is why you get a variety of work that
Yeah.
you can see.
It's kind of scary. So how do I know, or what do I look for a good technician?
First thing to do is check around where you live,
Yeah.
and they will have a portfolio online
Yeah. Yeah.
nowadays. So a website, a Facebook page that they should be able to show you their own original work, which is really important because when you're new, you may not have a lot of original work, and that's what you need to be able to see as a consumer. It's
Yeah.
like shopping for a painting for my house.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
go look at different artwork. Some I'm going to like, some I will not. So be sure that you're able to see that. That's step one. Can I see the kind of work that you do? Can I have some FAQs? And can I see, is there a referral? Can I
Yes.
see somebody in person? That's the
Mhm.
best way to start.
So this your specific industry, you are poking, cutting, whatever. So you're going to draw some blood, correct? So what are the safety things? Like uh, how would I know if the technician is taking care of the sanitation, sterilization, the safety part of this industry?
You can be pretty sure that if it's a licensed business, it has gone through the health qualifications of their area. You don't have to worry much about that unless you're going to go get a treatment done in somebody's backyard or a basement suite, a back alley. Then you can rest assured if they have a business, they've gone through that process.
Yeah.
Also, when you go through your consultation, they should be completely transparent. They should show you their workstation. They'll show you the hermetically sealed needles. That is part of the consultation process. And you can, like I said, you can feel fairly safe. Remember that when you go to a treatment like this, they will do their best to help you feel comfortable. And
Yes.
you will know if you want them to do your service or not. A lot of it is personal, the
Yeah.
communication.
Yeah.
Do you like me? You like my work? But as far as the actual product, remember that there's only maybe a handful of manufacturing companies that make tattoo needles, colors,
Yes.
and they fall under strict regulation as well. I mean, there's no FDA approved colors, for example, but they do follow a certain regulatory safety criteria. So you're pretty safe there. And then you finish off with their personal.
Yes.
Do they have a mask? Do they have gloves? That kind of thing
Yeah.
is a personal. But they've been trained even in the small workshop. That is pretty diligent. You can rest safe there.
Especially now that we have gone through COVID, it's a more focused on that sanitation, masks and gloves and all that. Now,
Absolutely.
what can I expect my permanent makeup experience to look and feel like? Consultation, do you do anything like that?
Right. So the consultation starts visually. So my personal consultation begins by me sending you some information, my website, my frequently asked questions, my photos before and afters. So you
Yeah.
get an idea of the type of work that I do. Either you say, yeah, I like her work, or no, I don't like her work.
Yeah.
That's step one. Then I tell people, if you feel comfortable with what you see, let's schedule an appointment. And I actually book the time to do the service. The
Okay.
first half hour, 45 minutes, you can expect more of a consultation.
Yeah.
You get to see the hair color, you get to see their pigment of their skin. I get to see the style that they prefer. Uh,
Yes.
and that is a communication between you and your technician.
Yes.
At that point, after I've drawn on the brows something that I would find is acceptable on their facial features, and we come to an agreement. I mean, obviously, I want to meet the customer halfway, but they're asking for some very specific looking eyebrows that I don't think
Looks
it
good.
looks good on them or is their
Yeah.
best suitable shape. Then I will sort of talk to them a little bit more. And it's after that half hour, 45 minutes, that they actually decide when they're in my chair,
Yes.
yes, I'm ready to go, or they can say, you know what, I'm just not sure. And it's important that as a customer, you don't feel obligated or
Yes.
forced into having a procedure.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it's like, you know what, this is your decision right now. You can think about it, or we can go ahead and proceed. That's that kind of comfort level you should have as a consumer. There should be a consultation card.
Yes.
sure that your health is assessed. Do you have any blood conditions? Do you have any healing issues? Any of that, allergies is very important to go through. And if they've done that and they're able to assess that you're a healthy person to proceed and you feel comfortable, then that is your experience, what your experience should be like.
Okay. Well, I can say to the people here that with your work, I feel totally confident, and I'm ready to come back to get my eyebrows again.
Touched up. Sounds good. Let's book appointments.
Bruna, thank you so much for your time. And we are going to do a tutorial on specifically on eyebrows for next week. And I think that is amazing because there's so many techniques that I would like you to explain a little bit more in detail.
Sounds good.
Okay, Bruna.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye.